In this part of the tutorial, we clean up our dataset and analyze it. First, we print the shape of the data frame. This dataset contains more than 10,000 observations, and we have continuous as well as nominal variables. Record columns will be selected. We rename the iteration flag column using rename method. Rename method will map old name to new name using a dictionary. By setting in place parameter to true, no new copy will be created and data frame will be directly modified in place. The response column target represents customer left the bank or not. We don't have any duplicate rows. By looking at the summary of the data frame, we see that we just have null object in income category column. To detect the number of missing data per column, we call sum from the result of isNull method. We have 5 categorical features. A good way to check the contents of a column is using the unique method of a single column in a data frame. We look at all columns and check their values. As we can see from output, this method includes null value as a unique value. There is another way to see what the unique values are and how often they appear. We can use pandas value counts method to count all unique values over each column of a data frame. As we see, there are a few account holders with unknown education level and marital status. We can ignore these records. Note, we have unknown values which were not detected by pandas is null because this method doesn't consider them null values. Using isIn method, you can easily filter a data frame by a list of filter conditions. First, we select rows in the data frame for which these 2 columns contain unknown values. To filter out this condition, we use tilde. isIn method returns a Boolean series. So to select rows whose value is not unknown, negate the Boolean series using tilde. We use fill_n_all method to fill non-values in the income category column with the mode of this column. To do so, we first replace unknown values with numpy none in order to be considered missing values. Now we can impute missing values with mode. Let's start analyzing our data. First, we count and plot the class distribution to see how much imbalanced the data is. As you can see from the above graph, the distribution of the class in the target variable is imbalanced. Target labels are not equally distributed. The existing customers far outweigh the attrited customers. Approximately 16% of customers have left the bank. This is critical to the business. If we train a binary classification model without fixing the problem, the model will be completely biased. The box plot shows customer age grouped together by target. We can see that the median age of existing customers is lower than the median age of non-attrited customers. We can say that younger customers are more likely to stay with the bank. There are also outliers in box plot of both existing and attrited customers. By comparing the observation of the upper quartiles, we can see that the third quartile amount of existing customers is much more than the third quartile amount of attrited customers. This shows that customers with high credit card limits are more likely to stay on as customers. Focusing on the women group, we can see that the upper quartile of existing customers is much greater than the upper quartile of attrited customers. This shows that a female customer with high credit card limit is less likely to leave the bank compared to those with low credit card limit. If we draw our categorical features in a row, we split the data up. Each chart shows the distribution of the customers. A feature is good if we can distinguish between churn and non-churn customers, especially when the ratio is different. For example, the majority of the customers which make less than $40,000 are more likely to leave. By targeting attrited customers, we see that Blue Card is the most popular card used by the customers. Banks want to find out why Blue Card holders leave them. We want to see if we have any significant difference between education level or Blue Card. Let's look at income level. By digging deeper into the data, we see that 50% of blue card holders are lower credit limit customers who are treated, represented by customers who earn less than $40,000. So, lower earnings level is correlated to customers who are treated from the bank.